Mic's on. Mic on. 1, 2, 3. I think it's all good. Just do a quick camera adjustment. Can you guys hear me okay? I run back home. Today I don't have my beautiful wife as a cameraman for us, but I think everything's set up okay. Too much noise? No. Let's see if I have some feedback over here. I think I heard myself. Oh yeah, it's from there. I can just close this down. There should be no feedback now. Hey, what's up, Behemoth? So, what do we have in store today? Oh, looking for a game to catch. Is this not catching yet? PokeMMO game, I see. How does this work? I'm not a technical guy. Ah, there we go. Game already loaded in the back screen, so we're good. Now, let me see. This should be showing around here somewhere. But it's not showing. Oh well. Maybe next time. I was trying to see if I could show the chat box as well for the stream. But it's a whole other thing. I have to figure out how it works. That's okay. Let's move on. So guys, after last stream, basically I set up the signups as I had announced. So the signups are going well. At the moment we already have, let's see, where are the signups so far? 258 players signed up, so that's great in less than 1 week. We've received a bunch of donations as well. So we'll be opening those up in just a little bit. In terms of drama, World Cup without drama, PokeMMO without drama, it's just not the same thing, even though we're trying to get there. World Cup without drama, that would be golden. So, after the sign up opened, some people, and after the stream, some people had some questions. Why no LC, even though I tried to explain that in the first stream. I don't like the format's too small. There was some feedback in the Spanish community in the PokeMMO World Cup Discord, also on the forum. I tried to answer as best as I could. But in the end, after having a 3-hour-long discussion with the council, we decided that the best thing would be to just do a extra stream today to explain our reasoning for why we are doing things as we are this year. I know it's quite different from what the community is used to in previous years, but again, all changes have a little bit of a backlash. We're trying to do things better. We're trying to do things different. We're not gonna get everything right at first. Like I said, one of my goals here with hosting this World Cup is to make it better. But I'm taking into consideration the feedback that I'm having from Limbo, last year's World Cup host, Orange Maniac, the first World Cup host, and other people involved in the World Cup as a whole. So I have them as my counsel. I have them feeding me ideas, feeding me their experience with problems and things that went well. So both sides. I have that going in. And any decision that I make, I always do it with their support, with their feedback. I don't do a single, I don't decide anything on my own. I don't have enough experience in the PokeMMO community to do that. I would never be that proud or naive in one way. So I came in looking for additional support, and that's the only condition that I had to host. I could not do it alone. So I got my council, I've got my co-host, still looking for one more, and always looking for feedback. I speak with a bunch of people in the community aside from the council, people that have hosted other tournaments as well, and I'm always open to feedback. Hi, George Firebolt. Jorge. So I'm always looking for additional input. Just, I believe, yesterday, no, 2 days ago, a member of the Spanish community messaged me directly on the Discord saying, hey, I've been watching, I've been reading what's going on in the Spanish. I'm friends with some of those guys. And here's the problems that we are seeing. This is our feedback, this is how we feel, and this is what we think. And again, that sort of criticism or that sort of questioning is valid. And this is, was a suck at name, so this was, what's his name? Complutum. So it's a member from Lava. I couldn't answer him right away, but I told him, hey, I appreciate your feedback. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And I only managed to answer him yesterday. I'm doing a lot of things. Just the signups. I only managed to get up to the signups, get up to speed yesterday, last night. I wanted to do that a while back. So now we're up to speed on the signups. But there are other things that we're trying to implement this year. And this takes a lot of time. I'm trying to reach out to streamers. The other day I was speaking with Limbo. He's like, oh, where are the Japanese? Where are the Russians? I found a Russian YouTuber for PokeMMO. So I'm trying to get in contact with him, see if we can mobilize the Russian community to join us in this World Cup, or maybe the next, I don't know. Still looking for the Japanese, Limbo. No luck so far. So always trying to mobilize, but all of this takes time. Also, I like to play a little bit, even though I'm not active in PvP, because that takes time and effort, and at the moment I don't have it. I still want to farm a little bit, so I can donate a little bit more as well. And I have my own life. So all of this takes time, and it's hard to execute changes globally when I'm focused in smaller one-to-one conversations. So the whole goal of the streaming part is to create hype, is to reach a wider audience of people and viewers. It's to create a bigger engagement with the non-participating members of the community. So this is one of the things that I see with our competitors, is that they are looking to the host, they are looking to the World Cup as a competition only. And if we look at it at that, then we'll have another tournament. There's a lot of tournaments. But one of the benefits of the World Cup is that you get hype. You get national pride on the line. And that's really big. We can see that, I'm going to give you an example. Portugal isn't a very nationalistic country. However, when we hosted the 2004 European Cup here in Portugal, the place went crazy. Flags everywhere, people chanting, so it was pretty cool. I'm Canadian, is there a way I can help get involved in the future? Yes, there is. I'll get back to you in just a little bit. So the whole national pride thing is really big. So what I want to do is get the World Cup to a place where not only the participants are involved, but also the community. Not everyone is going to be able to represent their country. The captain is only going to pick the best. That's the whole idea of a national team. The best people representing their country. However, the people that don't get selected can still participate. They can participate with donations. They can, for example, I'm not participating in this year's World Cup for Portugal, but I'm telling my countrymen, if you need a Pokemon, let me know. I got a bunch of Pokemon. They're perfect. You can use them. I can loan you. I can practice a little bit with you. I just spoke with Losoned, a Portuguese player. Hey, if you need to practice dubs, let me know. I'll practice with you. So people can get involved. That's the whole idea. The viewers can get involved. And if we can manage to do this, then there will be a bigger event. The World Cup won't be just for the players, but for the viewers as well. This will translate into more donations, more hype, more interest, and the World Cup as an event will grow. And in the end, this will be better for the participants. Now, if we focus on just what the participants want, there's nothing to watch. If there are no streams, no one's watching. If there's no feedback to the community, no one gives a damn. If there's just a post for the people that are going to sign up, the rest of the world isn't involved. If there are no community events, then only the people that are interested in PvP will watch the games. So we have to figure out ways to get both the viewers and the non-PvP viewers involved. So that's what we're trying this year. Okay, guys? That's where we're going to have the fashion contest. That's why we're going to have the art reward for anyone. Because again, you don't have to be a PvPer to enjoy art. You don't have to be a PvPer to enjoy fashion vanities in the PokeMMO game. So that's some way. So if you have some ideas, shoot them my way. We'll see if we can get them done. So this is the whole rationale behind the World Cup for this year. Now, what does this have to do with tiers? What does this have to do with format, with decision making? If you ask, let's say, if you do a poll for the whole of the, let's say, Spanish or Latin community. I don't want to say Spanish because it's not just some Spanish players. There's some Mexican, Peruvian, Colombian players. It's a whole mesh of countries in the Discord. So if you ask the Latin community, which is a really big community, strong community, and that's great. That's great. If you just poll these teams, they'll say, oh, I have about 40 people signed up each year, so for everyone to enjoy, we should have, let's say, 10, 15, 20 tiers, so that I can get half of my team participating and the other half on the bench. But if you do that, then you're cutting out the rest of the world. Now, if you ask, someone told me that Colombia or Chile was the best LC team. Let me check my Discord. And this was Complutum. I know that I'm putting you on the hotspot. But he told me something like, if you go with the program that you have involved, only the strongest team, I won't go into details, but he said that only the strongest teams will select LC. Well, again, I disagree. Because after dubs, I'm going into LC. So I've decided the tiers that I'm going to progress into. First one was dubs that I selected, already playing. After I master dubs, I'll move on to LC. And even if I'm not a LC master, I'm still going to want to compete. Again, it's the national pride. Even if I'm not the best worldwide, I'm going to tell my captain, hey, I'm an LC player, so select LC if you think it's good. But again, this is a whole strategy thing that the captains have to choose. But I want to compete. I want to play against the best to see how I measure up, to learn. So I don't think, hey, that's me, Complutum. Yeah, I'm putting you on the hotspot, sorry. So, again, let's go into why are we doing the things that we are doing and how we are doing it. Let's start up. The sign up policy. Let's start there. I'm a little bit all over the place, so I apologize for that, but now I'm going into more structured explaining. After speaking with the previous hosts, after watching the previous signups, I saw that there was a little bit of drama with the whole, oh, this player's from there, this player's from Spain, but he lives somewhere else, and that's why we went with the VGC rules. If you look in the forums, they're available there. So you can play for a country that you live in. You can play for the country where you were born. You can play for a country that you have citizenship in. You can play for a country that your parents are from. So 4 choices. However, you can only pick one after you pick that choice. So if you're signing up, and I saw some examples of this year, and I told them pick one. Let's say I'm Portuguese, my mom is from Angola, my dad's from Cape Verde, and I'm living in the US. This was me a couple of years ago. So who would I play for? I get to pick. And I'll sign up for the country that I choose. I'm living in the US, but I choose to play for Portugal. If I choose to play for Portugal, the next year I have to play for Portugal again. If I decide, hey, the Portuguese team sucks, Deus Bruno is the worst captain ever, and that's the truth. Pashima doesn't donate anything to the World Cup. He's a furreta, as we say, cheapskate. So I want to represent someone else. I'm going to represent Angola. Can I do that? No, I can't, because I represented Portugal in the last World Cup. So I'll have to skip 1 year, and the following year I can play for one of the 4 countries that I have eligibility for. So again, can I play for whoever I want? No, you can't. You can only play for a country that you fit these 4 eligibility criteria. Okay, so that's one thing. But now let's be honest here, and this is the conclusion that me and the council came up to. Is there any way that we, hosts of an unofficial tournament, can verify where you are from? No. I have no right to ask for a national ID. I have no right to invade your privacy and do a docs to see where you are connecting from. There's no way for me to validate your IP. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only thing that I hope each and every one of us have is a little bit of pride. Pride in our country, pride in our countrymen, and we want to play for that country. Like I said, I was born in in Portugal. My mom's from Angola, my dad's from Cape Verde, and I have lived abroad in 2 different countries. I would never play for anyone besides Portugal, but that's me. If anyone wants to do it, there's no way that we can validate if you're cheating us. The only thing that we have, and again, this is going towards the stabilization of the World Cup format, is can we verify who you played for last year? Yes, we can. We have a master World Cup file that we are going to pass on to the next and the next and the next. And we can see who you played for every World Cup, and we can see who you played for last year. And that's the only thing that we are going to officially check going forward. So if you want to play for Mars team, whatever, if you want to found a new country and play for that country, someone said that they were playing for a Taxalaxa, something like that, which is basically a former nation before Mexico existed. I actually had to Google that up to find out. And just skip this World Cup. Skip this World Cup, or if you didn't play for the last World Cup, then you're free to sign up. But if you play for one team last year, then you have to play for that team this year. If you want to play for another team, then you have to skip this year. And that's done. Again, the decision is based on what can we verify. your signups. That's the only thing. Now, this goes towards the continuity of the World Cup format, the World Cup rules, and that's what we want, to stabilize the World Cup as a whole, as an event. Now, going towards the tier decision, we decided on 6 tiers, and we decided that LC will be only available as a captain's choice if both countries selected to be LC compatible. Again, why did we make this decision? How did we reach this decision? Free Juancho. Juancho is in the Discord already. It was free last night. It was only a 24-hour ban. And I'll speak to that in just a little bit. First time chat from viewer. Yeah. So, why did we make this decision? Because we're trying to make a World Cup. A World Cup. And a World Cup is reached by having as many countries as possible. And we have to understand that not every country has a huge PvP community. Portugal, we've recently created a Portuguese Discord, PokeMMO Portuguese Discord, and we have a bunch of players there. And we were messaging them, hey, do you want to participate? Oh, I'm not PvP ready yet. Because they have to grind, they have to train. So, but they're there. They're going to be part of this World Cup as viewers, as donators. So we want to get them involved. Again, make the World Cup event bigger, not just for the participants, but for everyone else. So we definitely want there to be a Portuguese team. And I'm going with a Portuguese example. I can go with many others. Canada, Italy, England. I think that England is going to be showing up on this World Cup. Let me see how many English players we have signed up. Where is it? So, boom, 7. It has 7 people from the UK, so they can form a team. If the minimum amount of tiers was 8, they're gone. And no one really wants to participate for rest of team. Let's say the UK, that's 1. Portugal, that would be another. USA, how many USA players? 6 at the moment. There might be more. But would they want to represent North America? That's not cool, but they can play for USA. That's cool. So we want to get as many teams involved. Is this fair for bigger teams? No, not really. But do we want a Copa America? Like people are saying in the... give me 1 second. Let me explain. I appreciate Copa America when you decide, hey guys, you can make the Copa America whenever you want. Just organize it. Go run wild with it. But then there's not going to be as much hype as a World Cup. I know who you are. I'm from Portugal. I live in Lisbon. Come visit. Let's drink a beer. But yeah, like I said, the idea is to make a World Cup, get as many teams involved as possible. Eventually, who knows, have a continental qualifier. So that's the rationale for the 6 tiers. Okay, again, this was debated with the council. This is what we think is the best course of action for the World Cup as an event, and that's what we went for. Okay, in terms of England, will be able to play as UK, not England alone. We'll have to mix and match, but again, it's better to play for UK than the rest of Europe. France is coming out strong. There's a lot of people coming out strong. A lot of people, no, a lot of countries. Is this because of the six format? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But hey, monkey. but it's definitely been rewarding to see people sign up, show up. Even have someone from Australia. Madagascar is coming out strong as well, so there might be some African countries showing up as countries, not just as Africa or African nations, so that's cool. Vietnam, almost. Vietnam is at... Good morning, Vietnam! Just need 3 more players. Just 3 more Vietnamese players and you'll have a Vietnamese national team. So this is great. They can tell their friends, they can say, hey, come on, we just need 1 more, just 1 more. And this is going to create hype. There are going to be more players coming into a World Cup stage. There are going to be more players playing PvP. And again, this is what we all want. We want the PvP scene to grow, to develop, to become more interesting. And the World Cup is a great way to make this happen. So, tier decision, 6 tiers. This was the reasoning why. LC. I explained and approached this in the first stream, but I'll go into it again. It's not an official format. It's not. So we're trying to work with the PokeMMO staff. No promises here. Still trying. And again, if we make the World Cup big enough, interesting enough, not just for the PvP crowd, but for everyone, maybe they will get interested. We can't say, oh, give us stuff. No. We have to get results. And then with these results, we can tell the PokeMMO staff, hey guys, we've got this huge event happening every year. And you guys are out of it. Why don't you engage with the community? This is where the community is. This is what the community wants. Work with us. So first we have to build the event, and that's what we're working for. So LC is not an official format. So that was one of the reasons why we decided no LC. Another reason that we decided no LC was the experience from last year. So Limbo told me that there were a lot of countries, there were some countries, I won't say a lot because I don't know the numbers, but there were some countries that purely did not have any LC player. So that's an official loss for them. So you're going into a match, you're starting your week, you're playing against a country, and you already know that you are down 1-0 and you haven't even started. Do you really want to go into a game losing 1-0? Is that interesting? Is that competitive? No, it's not. So if we want to make the World Cup an interesting event, a competitive event, then we can't have these situations. And the reality is that LC is just not as popular as the other formats. You can discuss it, you can argue it, but it is a fact. You can check the numbers of people participating in the other formats, and we can check the numbers of people participating in LC. Is there an LC community? Definitely. I will be part of it very soon, hopefully. Not soon, but soon, not very soon. That's what I meant. But it's still there, and I respect it, and I want it to be engaged. That's why we're gonna have LC events in the community event, and why we added the option of having it as an LC, as a captain's choice. I think this is the best course of action. We're not ostracizing the LC community. We're keeping it involved. We're keeping it optional, but we are not punishing countries that just don't have LC. We cannot make everyone play LC. There are LC only tournaments. There are tournaments that have LC, and that's fine. The World Cup has to be inclusive in its formats, not exclusive. You want to host the Copa America LC tournament? Go ahead. You want to have LC and PSL? Go ahead. That's what unofficial tournaments are for. And now you say, yeah, but the World Cup is also unofficial. Yes, but it's a World Cup. You want to involve as many people, as many countries as possible, not limit, not reduce. So that was the decision-making process for the tiers. That was the decision-making process regarding LC. The format decision and all of this was another critique that was launched at the hosts. I'm not the only person. Just one second. Polls. Why are there no polls on the forum or on Discord for people to give their opinion? Sorry, guys. Because polls yes, Jorge, there will be each stream that I make. Afterwards, I post on the forum. So this is something that I've said many times to many people. We do the streams as an announcement. We are announcing things already decided. Okay? There are no decisions made live, made with the viewers. We are here to inform. We are here to interact. We are not here to decide. Because I'm here alone. It's just me. And I don't make decisions alone. I'm here with you guys, going back and forth. I'll answer whatever questions you have. But I'm not making any decisions. I make my decisions with William. I make decisions with Orange. I make my decisions with RDL. I make my decisions with Limbo. Those are my councils. And I'm looking for more. Who knows? So yeah, I won't make any decisions alone. And even those, I don't base the decisions that we make just on these 6 people. I talk with pretty much everyone in the Portuguese Discord. I speak with JB Weed. I speak with Matthew here. I speak with damn it, your name sucks, Complutum. So I'm free. My Discord is free. Just message me anytime. A bunch of you already have, and that's why I said send me questions. If you have a specific question about the World Cup, send me a message and I will answer it on stream. Because if you have one question, someone else might have the exact same question, and it's better, it's more time efficient if I answer it for everyone, not just one person. I was the other day, 2 days ago, I was in the Spanish chat, the PokeMMO World Cup Discord, trying to speak with the community because I saw that you guys were pissed off. I was there for like 2 hours, I think. You were bombarding me with questions. I was trying to use the Google Translator to make sure that I was understanding the question. So that's waste of time, per se. That's hard to answer, and everyone just keeps answering. You guys were like, oh, he's gone. No, I was still there. I was just trying to catch up. And then at a certain point, I just said, hey, I have to go. I got stuff to do, so I just said, sorry if I missed your question. I tried to answer as many questions as possible. Even if I was insulted by some guys, and we'll get that to a little bit. So it's just not efficient. A Discord, it's one thing if I'm speaking with one person, just one-to-one on a private message, or even speaking with 2 people on one private chat, it's hard. Speaking in the open chat forum, it's impossible. The forums itself, people are like, oh, the age of forums is gone. It's a little bit because not everyone takes the time to read every response. They'll just see like the latest posts or whatever, they move on. The stream, it's here to make hype, and it's here to facilitate mass communication. Twitch, YouTube, these are the mass communication tools that we have at our disposal in this age, and I'm trying to use them. But obviously, I will still use the forums. And everything that I say here, I'll then post on the forum. Any official information will be available on the forum because, again, it's a great method of communication. I love it. It's organized. People can consult it as many times as they want. The stream, oh, you have to go back. You have to understand English. Not everyone does, and that's fine. I'm not a native English speaker myself, but I do have some easiness with it, so that's why I use it so much. But again, I'm trying to reach to, for example, AWOLs. One of the reasons that I spoke with AWOLs was that he could translate the information that I have from English to Spanish and do a Spanish stream for the Spanish community. I'm doing the same thing with Cuckoo Productions, a Brazilian streamer. I'm looking for other streamers so that they can bring the World Cup news, format, information, whatever, to their native language. Make it easier for everyone. This is one of our goals. Hey Walls, hi. You didn't arrive late. What they decided about LC? LC has been decided. This is something that people are not understanding. Everything about the World Cup format, tiers, whatever, is already decided. I would never open the sign-ups without giving the people the information that they need. What information do you need to sign up for a tournament? You need to know the format, you need to know the schedule, and that's pretty much it. 6 tiers, LC as optional. Now, what you have to understand is why. And you either reason that this is and understand that this is the best thing that we can do for the World Cup as of now. I don't know if in the future we will have more people. Let's say that the amount of sign-ups grow. Will the formats grow as well? Of course, we'll adapt. But as of now, right now, the best format size that we have is 6. And the best thing that we can do for the World Cup is make LC optional. That's the best thing that we can do. We're gonna have LC events for the community. Again, trying to beef up the interest in LC. And we can do that with the community events. With country series. Yes, I will make the Jean-Marc. Yes, I will make the World Cup master file available to everyone. Again, I suck at computer stuff. I have to rely on my wife. I will make it available as a Google sheet for everyone to see. I can tell you that I'm also compiling a bunch of information from previous World Cups, so you'll be able to see not only the signups for this year, but for previous years, the donations for all of the years. This is something else that we're creating, and I'll speak about that in a little bit. So we're basing our decisions on data, on pure math, not personal feelings, not national interest. We're making our decisions based on math, and what we can see is the best course for the World Cup as an event. Okay? So going back to the polls and the decision-making process, we're not making polls. Last year there was a poll, I believe it was created by Kali, and afterwards the community got involved. There was a bunch of argument, discussion, blah blah blah. There was a poll, so the format is locked down by this poll, and then Limbo and the host had to work around this poll, this decision-making process, and it was worse for some countries because you're making a decision on what the community thinks is not what the community thinks, what the community wants. And what the community wants is not always what's best for the community. Is this a dictatorship? No, it's not a dictatorship like people said. It's more of a guidance. Now you may ask, who are you to decide what's best? It's not just me. Again, it's a council, and we're using math. We're using Excel files. We're seeing what's going on, and there's a lot of things going on behind the World Cup hosting. It's not just making forum posts. It's not just taking the donations and the signups. There's a lot of work, and there's a reason why no one showed up to host it this year. And that's the only reason that I stepped up, because I think that the World Cup is a great event. I want to make it even better. I want to make it even bigger. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm relying on everyone in the council. The polls. Oh, but you're not listening to the community, you might say. Okay, and I'll ask you this. And this was something that, one of the reasons that I posted the picture of the Billy stream. So, in the aggregate of YouTube and Twitch, our Western stream, let's call it that, our Western stream had about, at the moment, has about 400 views or something like that. Oh, not quite, almost there. We're at 300 in a little bit, I believe. At the moment, William told me yesterday that the Billy stream is up to, let me check, 8,700. So 8,700 views. That's a lot. And I ask you, do you know the demographics of our planet? China and India can completely bury us in terms of numbers. The Chinese community alone can decide if we're going with a poll. Let's say this. Oh, let's do a poll for the World Cup format. And the Chinese community decides, we want this format. And they get everyone to vote for a specific format. The rest of the world wants this. The Chinese community wants this. What's going to happen? We're going to go with the vote. If we do a vote. So votes, polls, as people mentioned on the Discord, can be manipulated. And again, they're not fair. But then someone says, oh, why don't you just do one vote per country? Okay, that's an interesting point. And again, that's something that we're going to do. There's going to be a captain's vote. There's going to be a captain's meeting after the signups. But we couldn't do that before the signups. So we had to decide on a tier. And we did. We had to decide on the LC situation. And we did. So that people can sign up. We can't say, oh, sign up, and then we'll tell you the tier. Then we'll tell you the format. No, we can't go with that. So that's why we decided to go this way this year. Is this the best way that we can do things? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. We're limited. We're human. We make mistakes. We're trying to do the best thing that we can with the information that we have. Again, we make the decisions based on the information that we have on the file, on the World Cup final, and we get this information from the forums and from previous years. Now, if you have suggestions, make them. If you think that this would be good, make it. Just the other day, after the meeting, it was a 3-hour-long meeting, but then I stayed with Limbo chatting. And he said, oh, we should do this. I was like, oh man, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. I love it. But we didn't do it. It's gone. We missed the opportunity. What are we going to do? The next year, we're going to tell the host, do this. Because we don't remember everything. We can discuss, we can argue. We're doing our best. Are we perfect? No. Are we going to make everyone happy? No. Is it even possible to make everyone happy? No. It's impossible to make everyone happy. You want LC? Hey, I want free dubs format. Can you make me happy? No, you can't. So we're doing our best, guys. Be patient. Talk to us. We will do the best that we can for everyone. And honestly, and this is to the Latin community, try to be fair. Try to be respectful. This is going towards the drama that happened yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't know. 2 days ago. I'm here to host. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to work for everyone, not to be insulted. Anyone that insults anyone will be given a 1 hour timeout for the first offense, and will be given a 24-hour ban for a second offense, and so forth. Do I want to do this? No, I don't. But I also don't want to be tagged and let me see what's going on. Someone tagged me, see what they need. Oh, it's an insult, asshole, or whatever. Yeah, I don't have time for that. I'm either focused on working for the World Cup or I'm reading insults, and I don't want to waste time reading insults. So be good for you guys, be good for me. Help me in any way. I'm open to criticism. I'm open to feedback. And I'm trying to do the best that I can with the help of my council, my co-host, and everyone in the community. So, polls. No decision making. It's up to the council. I never make any decision alone. I never do any decision on stream. This is usually debated. For example, we're already working on things to be announced next week. We're debating them this week. So usually it's like a decision is announced on stream and later on the forum on day, let's say day 10. That has been already decided and debated like 1 or 2 weeks before that. Okay, that's why we are giving time to ourselves and to the community to be aware, to sign up properly, and all of that. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Let me check some of the questions that you guys have here. And this is the good thing about the stream, that I can put out the information and then I can interact a little bit with you guys. Jay puts, I'm Canadian. Is there a way I can help get involved in the future? Jay puts, what do we need? We need streamers. We need YouTubers, translators in terms of English, not really, unless you can translate or cast in French. That's something that I'm still looking for. French casters. So that would be helpful if you, I don't know if you're from the French side on Canada, so if you are, give me a message. Now, Free Juancho, again, he's already freed since last night. It was only a 24-hour ban. Will England finally get to play as a country? UK. At the moment, there are not enough England players, but there's enough for UK. Making small teams would make less diversity in tier terms. Okay, there's 7, but what about the tier availabilities? Making small teams would make less diversity in tier teams. Again, the diversity is coming from the... This is from Jorge. Yeah. Firebolt. The diversity and the strategy side is coming from the captains. That's why I gave the examples. So with 4 fixed formats, you have 1 of each. OU, UU, NU dubs. And then you have 2 captain's choice. The captains can go crazy. If both captains pick OU, then you'll have 3 OU and 1 of the others. Or they can pick 1 each. So each match against a different country will be a different format. And that's interesting. The whole part of the captain making a decision, each captain making a decision, that brings strategy, that brings intelligence, that brings that forces the captains to know a little bit about the other teams. Okay, I'm playing against, let's say I'm playing against Portugal, and I'm the Spanish team lead. Do I know the Portuguese team? They're limited. They don't have good whatever players. So instead of putting, I have strong OU players, but the Portuguese have weak dub players. So I'll put my dub players up because they have weak dub players. Because Ineffable is not playing for Portugal this year. So I'm gonna put an extra dub. So you're gonna have 2 dubs where you probably win. So again, strategy, interest for the viewers. You just literally dox yourself, yeah, bro. Free Juancho. Will there be a resume of what has been talked on this? Yes. This will be posted on the forum. George Mancu. Man, JB. JW. It's JB Weed. So, JB is easy to pronounce. MKNS is hard to pronounce. I call them monks. So MKNS is monks for me. Complutum is just weird. Sorry about that, bro. Next time, HMU, and I'll help with translating on voice or something. Julian Denet. Thank you, Julian. You can still help this year. So hit me up. Tell me what language you speak. And if you can stream. Or again, if you guys want to comment. We already have Quinn and Jose for English stream. We have Jean-Marc and God, I suck at names. Necas qualquer coisa. Let me see. Where do I have that? It's here. Necas in trouble as English dub commentators. So if you want to comment in your native language, talk to us. Where did you decide about LC? I already said that. You mentioned LC having less signups. Yes, I'll give the compiled list of players and tiers and donations. That's something else that we're gonna be doing. We're compiling all of the donations from all years. And we're gonna bring. Oh, I'm gonna hold off on this. I'll tell you about this in just a little bit. Okay, but that's right that we don't get it from the beginning. Even if everyone described to not get LC in this WC, but we have to get opportunity of that. Again, AWOLs, no. What we know is that polls can be manipulated, and I can do it in a flash. If I want to set up a poll, I'll just reach out to the Chinese community and say, hey, I need some votes. Make this happen. And they'll make it happen. If they want, of course. Or I can go create new fake accounts in the forum. We all know there are fake accounts in the forum. So polls in the forum are biased, are easily manipulated. We don't want that. We need informed decision making based on numbers, based on facts, not opinions. And again, just looking at the whole situation with the Latin chat the other day, they're biased. If you're making a decision, just looking at a world as a whole, our political decision making is crap, because we're having votes. People vote without having information. People vote with their feelings, not their brains. So it's really complicated. So that's one thing. Let's see. This doesn't matter. And that's pretty much all I had to speak about the whole sign up, decision making, tier decision. That's all I have for today. It's already been 1 hour. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna open a little bit of donations, see where we are at. We got 11 files mails to open. The very first is from Poufilo. I believe that this is a French player, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken. No LC. Good luck for the World Cup. 1 million. Thank you very much. Boom. From Poufilo. Then AWOLs. 5 million for the great event. Thank you, AWOLs. And I'm still hoping that we can collaborate today in this event. 5 million. Smackaroons. Clay Clover. Easy donation. 770k. Thank you very much. And we are past the 41k mark. Let's see if we can make it to the 50k just today. Now from what? Piku Big D. Sorry, bro. 200k. Appreciate it. And then from Answer HB. William He, I'm your idol. I love you. So this is probably a Chinese fan of Williams sending in 1 million. We're up to 42k, 42 million, almost 43. Then from Kanyu Misuzu, this seems Japanese, guys. 300k. So Limbo, got a message this guy, ask him if he's Japanese. From Humpy Bunny. Humpy Bunny. China number 1, 1 million. Coming in, strong. This is me to you, William. I'm gonna catch up. William donated 3 million. I've only donated 1. This is 2. See if I can catch up or match my co-host. Now, Dream Maying, clearly Japanese. No, Chinese, sorry. This is the first time that I felt I was part of the PokeMMO community because I haven't won any rewards before. Hope the competition can be done. 100k plus a premier ball. Here we go, guys. This is what we want to see. We want to see the community being part of the event. Even if you're not participating in the competition, you can still participate. Oh, sorry, I should have changed this. Game capture. Let's go like this. Yeah, much better. Sorry, I suck as a streamer. Again, the wife isn't here, so you can see for yourselves. So we want the community to be part of the event, not just as donators, because that's no fun for them. Yeah, they're donating money, but then we're like, oh, someone give us donations for the event. It's better if the community gets involved. So 100k plus a premier ball. Then from Kupok, sending in 10k, 10,001 Pokien. Wish you can hold the activity successfully. Thank you very much. Everything counts. From Star Colin, 500k. Boom. From Medio Muerto. Oh, you got Pokemon coming in. Ninjask. Let's check it out. Level 23. Scratch, Centec, Harden, False Swipe, Speed Boost, and Calm. Okay. Claim to Party. Next up, another Ninjask. Quiet Nature. Alright. Very good. Claim to Party. And now some Shenijas. Calm Nature. Yeah, Wonder Guard. But again, we'll make do. Everything's welcomed. I appreciate all donations. And we'll see what we can do with these. Wonder Guard, Quiet Nature from Amanda Lopez. So guys, we are up to 45,844,000. That was a nice bump. Almost 10 million coming in. Soon, and this is something that I was waiting to announce. So we're gonna be having donator status This is something new that we're bringing to the World Cup this year. I'll be putting up on the forum each person's donation status and updating it each week. And there will also be roles, special roles in the Discord. I already spoke with the monks about this. So the idea is that each year after the World Cup, all roles get wiped out. Of course, you're no longer playing for your country, except for the World Cup champion roles. So far we had previous year, we had a bunch of world champion roles in the Discord, but we cleaned those up. At the moment, only the Chinese, which are the reigning champions, have the world champion role in the Discord. Once this World Cup is over, unless they win again, we're gonna clean them up and we're gonna give the new champions their role. This is going to last until the end of the next year's World Cup. Aside from that, we're gonna create donator roles in the Discord, and those will be kept throughout. So that's something that's coming. Let me see what else I have for you guys that I can announce right now. So yeah, we're making a compilation. We're compiling all of the donators from previous years as well as this year. And once we have this, we'll assign special roles in the Discord. And that's pretty much what's going on. So next week, more donation opening, of course. Let me just check one thing real fast. So we're up to 45 mil. Let's check previous World Cup donations. So we've already gone past the first World Cup. We're almost at the same limit as last year's World Cup. So last year there was a 62 million donations. At the moment we're up to 45 million. So I think that we can beat last year's World Cup quite a bit. Let's see where we are next week. In terms of news, what we have next week, the ladder rewards will be announced. I'm gonna complete that this week, with our collaborators, Tier, and other community members. So we're gonna be announcing that next week. The donation ladder rank, so how much do we have to get to unlock each reward. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the donation status will also be decided by next week and will take effect starting next week. Maybe I can do it midweek. And that's pretty much it. So see you next week, guys. Unless there's any questions, again, I'm always open. Talk to me either on the forums, on the Discord, here live, wherever you want. I'm always open to feedback, ideas, and I hope I managed to clear up any doubts, any questions that you might have had. And let's keep talking. Let's get hyped. Let's make this the best World Cup ever, both in terms of competition and community event. And let's have some fun. This is just a game. We're all competitive in nature, but let's enjoy it and not get angry at the game, angry at the community, because that's not what we're here for. We're here to have fun. So enjoy, have fun. GG, well played. See you next week.